Good afternoon. I'm Tori Watson, a Career and Education Outreach Specialist with Workforce Solutions Capital Area. Thank you for joining me today for our Laying the Foundation for Your Future Resume Building webinar. Today we will go through the format of creating a resume and resources and tips for the process. Even though this webinar is pre-recorded, please comment or ask questions during the webinar as we have specialists standing by to respond. You may also email us at our email, k-12awareness@wfscapitalarea.com with questions as well as resumes that we can look over and edit. Also, visit the Workforce Solutions Capital Area website linked here for more resources and tools. Now, let's get started. Today, we will be looking at a sample resume and its format. We will focus in on each section and what you should include in your own resume. Here are a few things to consider before getting started. Before you start, your resume should be 1 page. If it needs to be longer due to job experience, make it no more than 2 pages. Use an easy-to-read font like Calibri or Arial. Look at job postings that you are interested in and find keywords that may pertain to you that you can include on your resume. Proofread as you go along. Read it aloud and make sure it sounds correct. The first section of your resume is your personal information. This is in a header at the top of your resume. Your name should be bold and large to stand out, and underneath is your contact information. Let's focus in. The personal information section. Again, what you need. Your header, full name, address, phone number, email address. As you can see, the full name is bold and large, so employers can easily identify whose resume this is. Next is your contact info smaller beneath. Include full address. Employers want to see if you are local or need to relocate. Phone number, best number to reach you at. And lastly, your professional email address. Avoid tacky emails like candycrusher@gmail.com. Instead, use one that includes your name, like john.smith@gmail.com or john.smith19@gmail.com. For more common names, add numbers. What you don't need: birthday, social security number, gender, marital status, religion or political views, social media links. The exception to this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn provides an extension of your resume and who you connected with so that your employers can see. Or if you're applying for a creative position such as graphic designer, you might want to share your Instagram link to your portfolio. Just remember, make sure if you link one of those, clean it up. Employers will search your social media presence. Our next section is objective. A resume objective states what kind of career you are seeking and what skills and experiences you have that make you ideal for that career. An objective should be tailored to the job you are applying for. For example, objective, administrative assistant with 6+ years of experience looking to leverage my knowledge and experience into a role as project manager. This job seeker states his experience, administrative assistant with 6+ years, and connects that to the job he is seeking, role as a project manager. Our next section is education. Education certificates. Education is listed most recent to least. The format, your school and location, followed by your degree or certificate, and the month, year that you received or are going to receive your degree or certificate. For example, if you are currently working on obtaining your bachelor's degree and will be graduating next year, you would put May 2021. As seen here, this job seeker's education was at Riverbrook University in Chicago, Illinois. It's followed by the degree he received, Bachelor of Arts in History, May 2011, and his honors cum laude. In this section, you may also put any certificates you've earned that apply to the job. They would be listed following your school information, listing the certificates most recent to least. For instance, a teacher would list his or her teaching certificates in this section. I would like to point out, you don't need to include your GPA unless the prospective employer requires it. Also, if you are still in high school or recently graduated, then include your high school information. If you have a post-secondary degree, then you don't need to include your high school. Our next section is professional experience. Job experience. Job experience will be in sequential order from most recent to least. Your job experience is your career timeline. Your current position goes first at the top, followed by your previous positions. If you have more than 15 years of job experiences, you only need to list the most recent in the last 15 years. If this is your first resume and you don't have as much professional job experience, or you have gap years breaks you're concerned about, we will address that shortly in our next sections. Format. First is company name and location, followed by month, year start to the month, year finish, followed by your job title. Underneath is a bullet list of job duties. For each job position listed, create a bullet list of your specific responsibilities and accomplishments in that position. Like your resume objective, emphasize items that are tailored and relevant to the position you are applying for. Instead of listing abstract responsibilities, be specific. You can state develop new systems as develop new filing and organizational practices, saving the company $3,000 per year in contracted labor expenses. Let's take a look at our example. This job seeker's current position is at Redford & Sons, Boston, Massachusetts. He's been there from September 2015 to present. If this is your current position, put present. It's followed by his job title as administrative assistant. It's good to have 3 to 4 bullets of job duties. His previous position was at Bright Spot Limited from June 2011 to August 2015. Remember, your job experience is like a timeline of your career. You start with the most recent and your current position, followed by the previous positions you've had. If you have a position that you feel maybe not as relevant to the job that you're seeking, maybe put 1 or 2 bullets, not 3 to 4. Focus on more detail for the jobs you've had that pertain more importantly to the job you're seeking. I like to point out, when writing job duties, use present tense for current positions. Use past tense for previous positions. Example, for his current position, he uses maintain and manage. For his previous position, he used opened, purchased, greeted, recorded. Our last section on the resume is additional or professional skills. Professional skills. Here include specific hard and soft skills that you possess that will highlight you and why you're right for the job. Hard versus soft skills. Hard skills are teachable abilities or skill sets that are easy to quantify, such as proficiency in foreign language, a degree or certificate, typing speed, machine operation, computer programming. Soft skills are also known as people skills or interpersonal skills. This is communication, flexibility, leadership, teamwork, time management. Later this month, we will be doing a webinar on soft skills that you can join us for. For example, this person's additional skills was expert in Microsoft Office with a focus on Excel, bilingual in Spanish and English, and web and tech savvy require little to no training. Included is a link to Indeed's article on 10 best skills to include on a resume. Just remember, you want to highlight skills, soft and hard, that highlight why you are right for the job. Now let's watch a short video on skills from Indeed.
Skills. Clearly, this isn't one of mine. But we all have skills that employers want. In particular, they want employees who have the right mix of soft skills and hard skills. Hard skills are technical knowledge or training gained through any life experience in your career or education. For example, if you've worked in food service or retail, you might know how to use a point-of-sale system.
O si estudiaste algún otro idioma, podrías hablarlo perfectamente.
Soft skills, on the other hand, are abilities that can be applied in any job. Think people skills or social skills. These are skills like leadership, lunchtime, problem solving, and organization. Still not sure what skills to list? Here are 10 of the most common. Remember, employers pay special attention to the skills on your resume. Well, I think that's everything. Remember that the smallest moves are sometimes the smartest.
Now that we've taken a look at our resume format in detail, let's talk a bit about other resources and tips that can help you in your resume writing. Here are a few resources that can help you during your resume writing. Indeed Career Advice. Indeed's career guide includes articles pertaining to finding a job, resumes and cover letters, interviewing, and more. They include resume and cover letter samples, as well as Create an Indeed resume. Resume Genius. Like Indeed, Resume Genius contains resources such as resume examples, templates, formatting, cover letters, and a resume builder. Texas Skills to Work. The Skills to Work tool was developed by the MCI Department of Texas Workforce Commission. Originally created to assist returning servicemen and women returning to civilian life, Texas Skills to Work can be used by anyone to help their resume writing. You can take advantage of the tool by typing in your skills and having them translated into detailed job duties. For example, if you are unsure how to talk about communication skills within your job duties, this tool can help you translate communication skills into resume-ready statements. We will take a more detailed look at Google Docs in just a moment. Lastly, Workforce Solutions Capital Area is available to help with resume building and career path needs. With the current COVID-19 concerns, our locations are closed, but during normal times, we provide tools and resources on site to help with resume writing. Let's now take a look at resume templates. Resume templates. Google Docs resume templates have resume templates you can use and type in your information. Sites like Resume Genius also have templates that you can download and put your information directly into. You can choose which template suits your needs, download it, and put your information directly in. Next are resume examples. Sites also provide resume examples for you to use as a guide for your own resume. These sites list resume examples by name or group them into industries to help you find what you need. For example, here are examples for administrative assistant, waiter or waitress, or bartender. For example, if you are a waiter or waitress, they have an example to guide you in your own resume. Just remember, these provide you structure and ideas of what you can include, but your resume is uniquely you. Next up is references. References are not included on your resume, but it is good practice to have a list ready to provide to prospective employers. Who and how to ask for references? Colleagues, former employers, supervisors. You shouldn't ask your best friend or uncle, but instead those people who know your work, skills, and capabilities. Choose colleagues and employers or supervisors you've worked with and can speak about your work and highlight your skills and strengths. Tell them what you would like to use them as a reference and ask them if they would be okay with that. Once you get the permission to use them, create a list of 3 to 4 references to have on hand. Include their name, title, company, position, and their phone number. Lastly, we have just starting out. Just starting out. First time to build a resume, applying for your first professional job, changing professions, just getting started. Don't worry, everyone has felt their first resume and applied for that first step in their career path. Just remember these things. Include experience such as extracurricular activities, internships, jobs such as babysitting, lawn mowing, volunteer work. Think about the job you're applying for and use these experiences to highlight those skills you've gained for this position. Also, consider specific coursework in school that can be included in the education section. Maybe you have taken specific finance courses or CTE courses in high school that helped you prepare for this specific position. Skills, especially soft skills, you have that pertain to the job you're seeking. Communication, problem solving, time management. Lastly, consider creating a functional resume. A functional resume focuses on specific skills instead of a job experience timeline. If you have gaps in your resume you're concerned about, this may be a good format to use. If you would like to learn more, included are links from Indeed about a functional resume, as well as writing a resume with no experience. Just remember, you have gained many experiences and skills that employers are seeking. Be confident and proactive on your resume, highlighting your skills, strengths, and experiences that have prepared you for the job at hand, and your capabilities will shine through. This concludes our resume building webinar. Thank you again for joining me this afternoon. Again, please reach out to the specialist at K-12awareness@WFSCapitalArea.com with questions or your resumes. And visit Workforce Solutions Capital Area website for more resources. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.